I just wanted to take a minute to describe one thing at the end of chapter one, which doesn't really show up in Chem 1, and that is this idea of functional groups. And the thing about it is, throughout this semester, you're going to get a lot of talk about functional groups, and you can see this image right here on the screen gives you the common functional groups, and we're going to look at a lot of these different functional groups. And the basic definition of a functional group is just an atom or a group of atoms that always show up in the same pattern, essentially. And as it turns out, they react in similar ways. They have similar acid base properties. They may have similar solubility properties. So they are kind of families of organic molecules. And it's a way that we categorize organic molecules. And so you can see a number of the important ones here. And again, table 1.9 in your book shows this. So these are the different functional group or the different pieces. And at this stage, you're going to want to start to become familiar with these. Obviously, we're going to dive into each one of them in more detail as we get to that chapter in the book. And so an OH is an alcohol group. You may be familiar with that from some of the biology that you may have done or some of the chemistry. There are amines, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, amides. These are kind of the major pieces, and you can even see examples of those over here. And again, it is a way of grouping organic molecules. And so, for example, alcohols all kind of react in a similar way, and we name alcohols in a very similar way. But it is different from ketones, for example, but all ketones are named in a similar way and they react in a similar way. So by understanding the functional groups and understanding what each functional group can do, we can start to understand how we can make different molecules from different functional groups. And so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I know that this is something that you haven't seen in Chem 1, so I wanted to at least describe it and discuss it and define what a functional group is.